right, North Carolina. It's time for the Friday Night Gamble. Featuring Matt Walsh and his co-host, the pride of Charlottesville, Virginia, Raymond and tonight's special guest is none other than one-third of the Hillbillies, David Hamm. Grab a cocktail. Grab a body bootleg. Sit back, relax, and let's roll the dice.
That boy, hey, your town is long. Listen, that boy, your town is long. Well, I ain't got no one, baby, no one down my own. That boy has been for a long time. Just a bad boy has been for a long time. Well, I ain't got no money, baby. I ain't got no peace of mind. Take it down. Time I travel, take you, baby, by my side. Time I travel, I take you, baby, by my side. Well, I won't have to win that, baby. Everything will be alright. Hi, honey. Well, Tony P, I like to get a little bit more than that.
Oh, sorry.
Come on now,
Yes,
Tony
yes.
P.
Woo! How's that?
A little more enthusiasm. We got stuff to
Something
be
distracted
We
me,
got to
I'm
be
sorry.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's forgiven. We got some stuff to be excited about.
Oh,
A lot of enthusiasm.
We do.
The
We
first
do.
thing I'm excited about. What is that damn thing?
It's upside down. It's a hammageroo. Hammageroo. I misspelled it.
Hamig.
It's supposed to be a didgeridoo, but I spelled it ham-idgeroo. I left out the D.
I'm gonna call it a hamagaroo.
Hammageroo.
Hamagaroo. Yo, give it up and tell
That's
them where
good.
it's at for old Ham over here.
What's
We got
up,
Ham
y'all?
in the house.
Welcome, welcome.
Happy
David
to be
Hamm.
here. Thank you very much.
David Ham
Yes.
is our special guest, our featured guest tonight.
I'm special, all right.
Well, you special. We're glad to have you, man.
Glad to be here, man.
How's everything?
Thanks for
Damn, going.
inviting me. Very good.
Uh-oh.
Turn that down. Turn it down.
He's
Yeah,
got-
man.
he's got a replay.
I even skipped a show on WAME to be here with you guys.
That's
So,
right. That's
Hash and
right.
Kudzu
The
were
Chillbillies.
there. Yeah.
Chillbillies,
there.
if you're out there, we appreciate you letting
Yeah.
us.
Yes.
This is your
Thank you.
warning.
Yeah.
Caution.
Yeah.
Chillbillies. Check us out, WAME Chillbillies, on the Facebooks.
Check
All
'em out.
right.
I appreciate them letting us kidnap you tonight
Yeah.
and everything like that. Mike, go ahead.
They were like, I think Matt done bumped his head, but that's all good.
Well,
They're just jealous.
I do that like on the hour.
Regular basis.
On the
yes.
hour. But anyway, y'all, David has been a friend of mine for the last couple years. And it's absolutely crazy because I'm going to go ahead and, we usually don't say this stuff live. Like if you play a song the first time with some people on the air, you don't ever say like, this is the first time we ever played this song together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to cut this off and take this off. But, it's funny. We've known each other for a minute, but I had no idea till this week that you built race car engines for
Yeah.
NASCAR for 25 years.
That's right. Yeah, I did.
25 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is.
I built Chevrolet engines for about 9 years, and then I switched over to Ford for the rest of my last 16 years in NASCAR.
So, can I ask you
Robert
which
Yates.
which engine do you think is better?
The Ford has more power.
Okay.
Just saying.
Ford has more
I'm
power.
pretty loyal to the
Mookie
Ford.
Brill's a Ford guy. Mookie, if you're watching, hey, how you doing, bud?
Yes.
Well, listen, you know, and that's not all I've learned, because you showed up to the set with all these instruments.
Really?
I mean, he's got everything.
Unpacking instruments.
He's the first man to bring a didgeridoo on the damn show, and we're in the 13th
That's
episode.
right.
We're only in the 13th episode. 13th episode.
You got my spoons.
You got spoons. I think Hitman might
Oh,
take
yeah.
take a test drive of those later. I don't know.
Well, let me play a song for you right quick.
Okay.
All right, ready?
All right.
Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. You know that song? Yeah, the
He
good.
does.
The
He
good.
knows. He knows. That's
The
fantastic.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
So, but you just didn't know the other notes, so you just kind of went. You do like a
What do
scat.
you mean?
That's like scat.
What do
It's
you
like
mean?
you scattered them. You scattered them.
Is that right?
You scattered. That
Well,
was
it is-
scatting
it's
in
a-
my book. It was
it's-
scatting in my book.
It's 1,000 years old. It's a Native American flute, baccalite. See, Native.
Oh, I see. Native
American.
American.
yes.
American. Yeah. All right.
Recently made by the Native Americans about 1,000 years ago out of baccalite.
How the hell did you come across this damn thing? This backlight? I didn't even know
I
they
found it
made
in a yard
backlight
sale.
1,000 years ago.
Well, I think they did.
Damn.
But it
son.
doubles as a spitball shooter, so you
Yeah.
can just take it apart, pack the paper in there, and there you go.
I remember that. Those recorders. We used to do that with those in middle and what
In
was that?
grade school.
Grade school.
Grade school. That
I
was
guess
like
I guess
first,
my
second
school was a
grade
little
stuff.
behind. We were
That's-
still playing in middle school.
Yeah, that was introduction to music.
So you're
first
saying
grade.
that's a recorder? Because, I mean, I bought it at a yard sale. They
Well,
said it
you
was
know,
a
I never
Native
understood why they
American
called
flute.
them recorders.
Oh, okay.
But to me, that looks like a recorder.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
I have to say it looks like a recorder.
But
Now,
it's-
you come in hot and heavy with 1,000 years old. I don't even know if
Well, maybe-
backlight was around back then.
All right, maybe 10 years old.
All right, maybe 10.
Maybe
Yeah,
20.
plastic.
Maybe
I
10.
mean, you know, I don't. I've never heard of.
Tony P, we got some big news,
Right.
We
man.
do have big news.
We've got some huge news. I think we ought to just go ahead and talk. Everybody get a club
Oh, yeah.
tail.
Yeah.
Everybody get a club tail.
tail.
We've got some club tail koozies that the folks out there might be winning on one. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I might give one of these away if they can guess how many damn picks are in the jar. But
Sponsored.
I want to go ahead and crack this open and celebrate Tony P because it's been a hell of a week for us.
It has been a
Me
hell
and
of a
Tony P, folks. Tony P has a film production crew he calls Astro Jane.
Astro Jane Productions.
Astro Jane Productions.
Yes.
And every year y'all compete in the 48 film project,
Yes,
48-hour film
It's a
project.
national film competition where you have to write,
Right.
write, shoot, and edit a film and turn it in 48 hours. It has to be a 7-minute short film, between 5 and 7 minutes.
And we have to pick a genre.
Yeah, you have to pick a genre. Everybody has a required character, required prop, and a required line that they have to
That's
put
right.
in there. So
That's
all
right.
the teams, that evens
That's
out
right.
all the teams.
That's right.
The only difference is the genre and whatever story you can come
That's
up
right.
with. And so, yeah, we did that. It was a crazy weekend.
And what happened?
Our friendship survived.
Well, so yeah, our friendship did survive. Our friendship did survive. But what happened?
Oh, we won.
We won the damn
yeah.
thing, y'all.
Well,
we won.
very cool.
We won the audience.
We won the
favorite
audience
award. Yeah,
And God knows the audience is who matters.
That's the one that matters.
Yeah,
That's what matters.
Well,
You know,
I mean, here's how you look at it. You got the People's Choice, which we won,
right.
but the competition for the Oscars won't be announced until next week.
Well, we're going to the Oscars. Ain't no doubt about that mess.
So that's
You
where
know.
the judges. So they have the panel of judges that judge all the films, and then they hand out the rest of the awards. But
Okay.
we did win the first
We
one.
did win the first
We took
one.
it home.
We
big.
won the audience pick. It's
Yeah.
like I tell these musicians out here. You know, the musicians always talking about, "Wow, I wonder what such and such.
Yeah.
If we do a show together, or there's 3 other guys, I wonder what they're going to think. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Be you.
I want
Do
the
your deal.
audience. I care what the audience thinks.
Well, we made a solid film.
We may saw a film, and folks, it's called The Rural Network.
Yes.
Rural Network.
And you can find it on YouTube.
So-
just check out, just type in The Rural Network, and it's about.
Well, our genre was fish out of water.
Fish out of
That's
water.
what we pulled.
Right.
So we turned it into this little silly story about all these city folks moving out to the country and having to deal with country amenities.
Well, the reason they had to move to the country was it set in the future. couple years,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
and the COVID is still around.
Yes.
And everybody's freaking out, so people
Yeah.
start moving to the country to get away from the city life.
That's right, yeah.
So all these city slickers move out,
And the government has to set
You
up a
just gotta watch
helpline
it. You just
to
gotta
help
watch
these
it.
people
Yeah.
deal with all this stuff out in the country.
Whip,
gives me an
that's the
idea.
rural network.
Yeah.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
Saturday is National Day in Your Life on YouTube, and they do it every 10 years.
Really?
So you film your whole day on Saturday, and you submit it somehow. I got to look into that part.
I gotta get with you on this.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need to get
Yeah,
together
yeah,
on
we-
that.
well, maybe, yeah.
Spend a day together, do
Dude,
some
and
filming,
just do it. Yeah,
and
we'll
submit
just get
it.
together and do
And
it.
we might get into they take all the submissions and they put them together, and you got a chance of being in the film if it's good enough, kind of thing.
Really?
Let's do it.
Well, folks, let's
Yeah.
do a Club Tail team drink, sponsored by Club Tail.
Cocktails.
And let's
Cheers
drink,
to-
Tony, to our success.
Hey.
You got
Cheers.
Hitman over here and
Yes.
Ham right there.
That's right.
And I'm gonna crack
Cheers.
this bad boy up.
And you got
And
the
congrats, Mike.
Margaritaville.
I got the margarita. What are
I
you
got the
drinking?
strawberry.
Lemonade.
You got the straw. Oh, it's a lemonade margarita, folks. You can't get that around here. You can't. But you might if you win. You keep watching the Friday Night Gamble. We might stick one in the envelope and throw it in the little
And a
Little
Good
care package.
little care package.
All right.
All right, here's to y'all.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Strawberry right there is good stuff.
Ooh. Yes, sir.
All right.
Down hard.
Ooh, makes me feel like I do in the morning. You know, I get up in the morning every morning. I go look in the mirror,
Yeah.
and I look at it. I say, "Damn, you done it again, you good-looking son of a bitch, you." David Hamm, tell us what it takes to build. Now, how did you even get into this crazy mess of building engines?
Well,
I look at my car, I open
Yeah.
the hood,
Yeah.
and it just looks like a bunch of mess to me.
all right. So I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, of course.
Okay, so you're
And-
from Charlotte.
Yeah, so I started going to dirt track racing. Of course, you know, Charlotte was race city back in the day.
Right.
Back in the 70s.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
all the race teams were down
Huge.
there.
Yeah.
And I'd ride my bicycle by, you know, like Carol Yarborough, Home and a Moody, Carol Yarborough shop, and all those Whitcomb Racing and all those shops down there in the West Charlotte. And so I just decided that someday, you know, I'd like to work in racing. So I started going dirt track racing when I was about 15, 16. And then I got into doing food service stuff and whatever. But the dirt track was kind of like where I started. And then I just decided I'm going to go to college. I went to Central Piedmont
Okay.
down in Charlotte, of course.
Okay.
And then I got my degree in automotive service. The whole time
So you went to
And
college
yeah.
and majored.
I did
Yeah,
in
okay.
automotive service
You
technology.
knew what you wanted to do.
Yep, the first day in my break class, the first day of school, the instructor said, "Why are you here? Why do y'all?" You know, we went through everybody in class. I said,
Well,
"'Cause
hell,
I
that was
wanna-
my next
I want
question.
to work
Why are
in
you
NASCAR."
here?
Yeah, I guess this would have been around 1989 or so. And he said, "I said I want to work in NASCAR."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, you know, that's hard to do. It's you know, Diamond does whatever."
Right.
So one of my other friends in the class, he was also wanting to get into NASCAR. And so I just made that my goal, and that's what I went for. And I got to know some people in NASCAR, worked at a dealership, and then before we know it, I got my first interview in 1994 with Jeff Hammond and then Barry Dodson, and I ended up getting a job.
So what team did you work? See, I know
That was-
nothing about NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
I'm like
You've heard of,
I know as much about NASCAR as you know about
Well, you've heard
playing
of
guitar.
a fellow musician, Kyle Petty.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
he
yeah.
plays guitar
Oh,
and
yeah.
sings. He does really
Yeah, I
good.
didn't know that. Yep.
Yeah, and I was his jackman my second year in NASCAR. The first year was 1995, and I went to the track and I did the pit sign and pulled the hose and tires and did all that stuff. And then in 1996, I became the jackman for Kyle Petty.
So you worked for Kyle Petty first, pretty
Yep.
much, for
Yep.
his team.
And then 97, Robbie Gordon, and then Joe Nemechek. And then I did some Busch car stuff.
Did you talk shit about
and then Sterling Martin.
to Gordon about Petty?
No. I actually missed Petty at that point, but that was another story.
So
Sterling Martin was a cool driver, though.
okay, so Sterling.
it's
now who
good.
else?
And
Is
Kyle
it,
was
who
good,
else
too.
have you got?
I was with Sterling in my last few years, and then in 2001 I went and jacked a Busch car we had like 10 different drivers, Ron Hornaday and Marty Houston and all these different drivers. But then I went on and started working for Bill Davis Racing, Ward Burton,
Yeah. Okay.
did some engines over there, and then I got the call from Robert Yates Racing, so I ended up working there for the last 16 years. And that was all the Fords, Carl Edwards and Greg Biffle and Matt Kenseth.
Right.
All those guys with the Fords, Joe Logano, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, all that good stuff. But I just decided I was done after 2018, about May. Turned in my notice,
Well, I was listening to your show.
Yeah.
You got a show. Now tell the folks,
I
the
do.
good folks out there
Yeah.
on Monday nights on
Yeah.
your YouTube channel. I mean, you got a lot of shows. You got the
Yeah.
Chill Billies on
Yeah.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Thursday nights, Friday nights.
And Monday night I got
And
my-
Monday night you got the Country Ham Jam
That's
on
right.
Wayne.
Yes.
And that's 92.9 FM. If you're around Statesville, North Carolina, that's
Yeah.
where it's broadcast out of.
That's right.
But you got a YouTube show on Mondays called the Racing Roots.
Racing Roots with Ham.
And that's where I
and always
learned.
have guests,
You know, that's where I guess get ready to
Listen.
segue into what you
Yeah.
just said. Is that I take it that this is a hard way to live. I mean, it's a hard job. It's not easy. I mean, from
Yeah.
listening to your show,
Mhm.
I mean, the hours that you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
were talking about, you were
Yeah.
talking about flying out at like
Yeah.
what, 2 a.m. and getting home at 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, you know,
So would they
crazy.
fly
And
most
they
of the
Needing
crew
like
out
2
to the
days to
tracks,
recover
or
from
do
all this
they-
stuff, you know.
Well, we flew to probably not even half the tracks. We
And
flew
then-
to like California, Phoenix,
Yeah,
Texas.
the long ones, the way
Right.
the ones that
Yeah,
are.
but we had to get up about 3 o'clock in the morning to get on the
Just to get on the flight to go.
get on the flight, and then
My
sometimes we
language
get
is
back.
probably not right, but what I'm saying is I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell I'm talking
Well,
about.
and then we get back, and we have to go right into work, you know, and then work the rest of the. I used to joke about where I worked 8 days a week, so. that
8
was
days a
three-
week?
Yeah.
That's 8 days a week right there.
So when they cut our hours back to 40 hours, after there was a bunch of stuff going on in NASCAR, they cut everybody's hours to 40, and then I decided, you know what, I got an extra 40 hours left in me, so I started my own business, Hamscapes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then I started doing some stuff with YouTube, because I was like, you know, that's a little residual income, you know,
Oh, yeah,
I wake
man.
up in the morning and look
Sure.
at my YouTube. So it's DHAMIM on YouTube.
Yeah, tell the good
And,
folks.
and I'm trying to, like, you know, find that niche to where they say you want to niche down, but I just kind of, I'm all over the place.
I don't even listen to what they say.
I do my airhead hunting.
No,
I'm
I don't
just,
even listen to
yeah.
what they say.
Just
That's
don't even listen.
all my musician
That's pretty much
friends.
it.
They get this
Yeah.
these CD Baby and all
Yeah.
these blogs and stuff.
Right.
And it's like, man, if y'all all do the same damn
Yeah,
thing,
it's boring.
y'all are doing the same
Right.
damn thing.
Yes, you're a small fish in you're a small fish in a big sea if you're all doing the same
Yeah,
thing.
you're exactly right.
But you can be a big fish in a small pond if you're different.
You take some chances.
That's kind of what I'm
Okay,
at.
take some chances. We're all about taking some chances.
That's right.
Well, damn.
But I just have fun, whatever I'm doing. I go down to the creek and I look for airheads and points and things.
And you found a lot of those.
I found a
things.
lot of stuff, yeah, 6,000 to 9,000 years old.
Wow.
So yeah,
I
when
know
I find
some
something,
from
it's just
Nite's card. I see you have a recorder, a cowbell.
yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, my cowbell.
when did you get into music? And all
You
that.
got a banjo back
Well-
there, y'all. There's a damn banjo on
I-
the set.
I've just always I've always loved music. You know,
Uh-huh.
since I was a kid, I grew up listening about everything, and so when my dad always told me he wanted to be a radio DJ when he grew up,
Yeah.
and he never did make it. He used to go hang out with a radio DJ. So I said, you know what, why don't I just go do that, and he can come hang out with me sometimes.
Well,
So then,
so what I
so I
mean,
did.
I never asked you, how did you get to be a DJ?
I got
Because you
to-
do well at it. I mean, have you got
Thank you.
experience before Wayne or?
No, I mean, same with Hash and Kudzu. We just kind of all became friends, and we did the Amazing Race with Brian Starrett was with us then with the Chillbillies. There was 4
Yeah.
of us, and we did this Amazing Race, and we won. Well, no, we finished second. We really should have won the Amazing Race in Statesville, but that's another story.
Well, yeah, you should.
And then we did the tricycle race, and then we
Hell's
won
wrong,
that.
Statesville.
And then there's a lot of technicalities there. So we did the tricycle race. We won that. So we were like, and then I was going on doing the sports recap show, which is on Wednesday
Right,
nights.
right.
And I would come in and talk about NASCAR. And then eventually it was like, hey, well, y'all want to come in and start doing the Friday show? We had the Finally Friday, and then so we just started doing our Friday show. And then one thing led to another, and then I started doing my Monday evening show, Monday Country Ham Jam.
Ham Jam.
Mhm.
And that's a
Yeah,
good
5
show,
o'clock.
y'all. That's, man, you play some good country music on there.
I
son.
like
tell you
playing the
what.
traditional
I love
country.
it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love it.
Appreciate that, man. I spend a lot of time, don't I, Tracy? I spend a lot of time working on my Monday night set list for my music. Just because I love the classic country. The stuff I
Yeah.
grew up on, listening,
Yeah.
riding in the truck with my dad.
Yeah,
My
that's
dad was a
like
truck
good old
driver.
That's
George
what we used to- I
Jones
used to
and
listen
Johnny
to growing up,
Paycheck
too, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Loretta
right.
Lynn,
Yeah.
who was the greatest country female singer to ever live, mind you.
Yeah.
But,
I like her.
And I turned
Yeah.
you on to Charlie Crockett this week.
Charlie Crockett, yes.
And you
I
said,
listened to
well,
him.
it's got to be traditional, but he
Yeah.
falls kind of in that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
he's trying to do some kind of Bakersfield
Yeah.
kind of, you know,
Yeah.
sound.
Oh, I
and
like some
stuff.
Dwight Yoakam and
Oh
and
man!
some Buck Owens.
Well, you know who
Sure.
give me the damn album. Jesus Christ! I swear to God.
Wolfie.
You know who our album of the week is,
Oh
don't you?
no, what's that? Way Out West.
My guy Marty
Marty
Stewart.
Stewart. Yeah, man.
And Marty signed this one. All the guys in the band signed this one for me.
Oh, very cool.
Me and Hitman, we went and saw Marty back in before the shutdown. Well, the
Also
weekend of it.
performance, Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Cousin Kenny and all the boys. I tell you, man, this is a great album. But we'll get to this a little bit.
Did they have their nudie suits on?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did. I mean,
I
yes,
can't
they
remember
did.
the name
yeah.
of his band. It's
The Superlatives.
Superlatives.
The
That's
Fabulous
right, yes.
Superlatives.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I got a video on my YouTube channel.
They're probably the greatest band out there right now. I
Man,
think they
yes.
might be the
Tight.
greatest band out there right now.
He had the steel guitar playing that night too. I love
Oh
that.
yeah,
I can't remember the
what's
guy's
his
name that was playing, but-
Stubbs is his last name. I think I can't remember his last. Well, we got
That's
it
all
right over here on the
There
album.
you go. Yeah.
Let's see here.
But I've got.
This
the,
one was
last
produced
day.
by Mike Campbell. And but anyway, we'll get to this later.
Yeah, that
we'll
sounds
get to
good.
We'll get to it later. You
Heck
hold
yeah.
on to that. You can. He's been holding the album and looking at it all
He's
day.
behaving actually.
Well, he's pretty. Well, you know, Buddy Hardwood kicked his ass
Yeah.
about 3 weeks ago, and he's just it kind of mellowed. Listen, I tell you the truth, Tony P. Ray. You know, he was a little wild up here, and I don't like Buddy. Buddy's banned from the show. He's banned from he's banned from the house.
Yeah.
And he came last time he came to the house. It's one. I don't even know how really he got to come on the show. We just couldn't find anybody else.
Yeah.
He pissed on the carpet in the living room.
Man, he's trouble.
And then was like, got mad at me that I kicked him out. He was like, "What? We're just partying."
Yeah.
So that's
I changed his name to
Anyway,
Buddy Peckerwood.
yeah. Well, you know what his listen. You know what his nickname and for the folks
Yeah.
out there, you know, Buddy Hardwood has a Facebook page, Tony P.
Yeah.
And you know,
I do. Yes.
well,
I know.
and back people don't know this, but back in high school, his nickname was Butterface.
Butterface.
You know about
I
this?
don't know about it, but
You don't know about this?
I know what the Butterface means. But
Have you
Well,
ever
I don't know
called
if you
him
do.
that? Have you ever called
Oh
him
yeah,
that?
I've
Is that
called
why
him-
he calls you mouthwash?
Yeah, exactly. That's all he's got. That's all he's got. No, Buddy Hardwood got caught in the 8th grade
yeah.
in the boys' bathroom with a tub of butter, and he was. I'm not shitting you on this. This is horrible. But he was butt naked and had slathered himself in butter.
I cannot
All
wait
the way up
till
to
I run
his-
into Buddy
all the way
Hardwood
up to
again.
his face.
I cannot wait till I run into Buddy Hardwood again.
Anyway, that's
I'm
crazy.
going to have like 8 tubs of butter out there.
So you got this damn cowbell, and I'm sitting there thinking we should do a song for the
Cowbell,
good
yes.
people out there, and let's put this cowboy
I
bell.
don't guess I'm gonna need my hammer to do
Well,
it
just
anymore.
do it. Well, go ahead. Wait before you
Leave
take
it together?
Over.
All
Well,
right.
do a little number for. Do a
Well, you
little,
know,
while
Yeah,
I
I
get my
wanna hear
guitar,
this
while I
thing.
get my guitar
All right.
set up, you do a little intro to the song here. Sounds wild. Sounds Australian.
it does. It's Aborigine. See, my
well-
grandmother was from Australia. So
Yeah,
I,
you did say
I
that.
thought I
You
needed to
did
do an
say that.
Australian instrument.
Well, you know, it's got that Australian. It's the tone it's got that Australian tone.
Yeah.
It's got the tone.
Well, you know, we had Albanach that always plays at the Balloon Fest there in Statesville, North Carolina. And so I went up and talked to the guy that plays the. So I introduced the band, Albanach, and I said they're from Glasgow, England. But they're from Glasgow, Scotland. So I got,
Oh yeah, that's not.
that's not a good thing. Yeah, so anyway.
Well, but, you know, we're
but
old
the,
hillbillies. We don't know any
That's
better.
not a good thing at all.
It's a joke. James, we joke about it to this day. James and them guys. So they told me how to make my own. So I made this in about 15 minutes with my
Did
torch.
they tell you how to spell it?
Yeah, like I mean,
No,
you
I just
got,
don't
so this
want
is a
to-
torch job.
Yeah, man, it's a torch job on PVC pipe.
My God,
But it looks legit,
beautiful. It's
right?
legit. It is legit.
Yeah.
It is legit. Everything
Right.
you do is legit. Well, get that cowbell going, and we're gonna do a little song here that the low counts used to do here. Let's do a little cut me out hit, man. Why to cut me out, babe? Cut me back in. Wanna cut me Yeah, man.
All right.
I like that cowbell action, man. How about how long you been working that damn cowbell?
Well,
Ham?
I was.
Sheesh.
Sonny Ledford taught me how to play the cowbell. I don't know if
Wow.
y'all heard of him, but he was telling me to count. But you told me how to feel it.
Yeah.
And I just
We don't
felt
do no
it.
counts.
No,
So
we
I
We don't
just
do no
felt it.
counting.
And
Me and
so
Ray,
it-
me, you know,
so
you know,
it
Ray,
worked
you
out
think,
good.
you know, Ray, you know, all the drummers, you know, they count and all that stuff. Ray don't count. Ray's the first drummer I ever met. Don't count.
Because Ray's good.
Good. We just feel
Yeah.
it. We go off a feel.
Hey, listen.
We just
when
go
you
off the
got-
feel.
I'm all
When
right.
you've got that gift, you don't need to count.
Right, right, right.
Speaking of Hitman, what you got for Ham, Hitman?
Well, have you met any other race car drivers like the big timers,
Oh yeah, I mean, I used to.
Jeff Gordon?
Okay,
or,
Yeah. So when I was going to the track, I mean, like I said, I went for 7 years, but it's kind of like you're just one big family. It's like we all work together. It's almost like it's the same thing as a circus. You roll into town.
That's kind of what I do. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a show.
You just,
It's a show.
You go into town, you put on a show. People don't realize how much behind the scenes there is
Right.
because, you know, people get at the track and they're sitting in the stands. Race starts noon, 1 o'clock, whatever. But we've already been there since 7 o'clock in the morning. And all that prep work up to the time of the race. And by the time the race starts, it's just like, oh, now I can kind of take it easy.
Right, in this kind of
Until the pit stops
So what is a
come.
jackman? You were a jackman for
Yeah.
6 years, right? Have
Right.
I got that right?
Right,
Okay.
right.
So what is a jackman? I got to assume that's just like when
That's
the
what
car.
lifts up the car, right?
Yeah, and they
When
just
car-
jack up the
Yeah.
car and
Yeah.
put the tires
Yeah.
on. Okay.
So I stand on a pit wall, and I'm the first one to jump off the wall.
No.
Yeah. So yes, the car,
and no pressure because
Oh,
everything's
yeah.
on your ass.
It is.
Yeah.
Because if you
Yeah.
if you mess up a second,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to drop the
I
jack
mean,
the
you
right
talking about
I
time.
pressurized
imagine, like
job,
during,
man.
during the week when we don't have races, y'all are just going through drills all the time.
Yeah, we practiced
Yeah.
about
Man, how does that work? Yeah.
3 days
Yeah.
a week,
Yeah.
about 3 o'clock or so. I'd be building the engines, and then I would say, all right, it's pit practice time. So
Yeah.
I worked out
Wow.
every day.
All on the same
every
day.
day during the week. Yeah,
Wow.
I get an extra 30 minutes for lunch and go work out lunchtime. But then we would so we'll go through a pit stop, stand on pit wall. Here he comes, Kyle or Sterling or whoever. 2 cars stalls
now this
down.
is the practice, right?
Well, this is
This
I'm
is
just
the actual
going
thing.
through like during the race.
Or actual race.
So
okay.
I'm looking down pit road. We're looking for the car, and here he comes. So 2 pit stalls away. So then I have to jump, and then everybody else follows me. So I'm down, and I time it just right where I turn around, stick the jack under, hammer down, 1 pump on the right side, and then I'll jump in there and pull the tire out, set it down, or
Yeah.
roll it to the pit wall, whatever, and then watch for both of them to be done, and as soon as they're done, I drop it and run around. Throw the jack under the other side, left side. Just throw it.
Yeah.
As soon as it throws, you're down.
Yeah.
You pump it 1.5 or so, and then if the front guy's a little behind, you go in and grab the tire for him. Otherwise, you just watch and watch until they're ready, and then you just drop it. And it's just like you got to be just like that. So
You got
So,
to
so
go
what
to the
kind? I mean,
science.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you have to.
I don't know. I need to add up how many pit stops I probably did.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's that like the first couple times you do it? I
Very
mean,
nervous.
So you're jumping,
Yeah.
out
Wow.
there really before the cars even come to a stop, then, right?
Right, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I mean, that's a whole danger in itself is just
Yeah.
jumping out there.
Right.
So let me ask you
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
question: what happens if you fuck up?
Oh, if you you just I really tried not to. I mean, I did. All right, one time, 1996.
He remembers the year
At
he
North,
fucked up.
yeah, the last because it was the last North Wilkesboro race. So I come around the left side of the car and I threw the jack down. It wouldn't go under. It wasn't really my mistake, but it kind of was because before the race, you're always going to check the jack.
Is that what all the
Always
jack
want
guys
to check
say?
the chains. Yeah. So I mean, during the race, the car settles a little bit. The tire pressures might
Yeah.
lose a little tire
You
pressure.
got heat involved.
So I always, from then on, I cut that jack stop. That way,
Yeah.
when I throw the jack under, I have no issues with the jack going under the car.
Yeah.
So, you know, and there
Well,
was.
I tell you, man, I too, you know, you had me on the show. I came down and terrorized you
Monday, yeah.
on Monday, last Monday, and you told me on the way home, so watch my show, my NASCAR show on YouTube, and I listened to it on the way, and I learned so much, man.
Yeah.
I really learned, and it was, you know, not saying that I'll ever watch NASCAR, but it was a very interesting show. I mean, it was, and I
Yeah.
have to think for folks that like NASCAR that your show is fantastic, man.
Yeah, and I like to think if people that, even if they don't watch NASCAR, that it's interesting stories coming
Yeah.
from crew members and drivers, whoever, you know, are interested in, the history of NASCAR.
So is that
Yeah.
sort of the premise? You just
It
get these
is.
guests on there and they tell their stories. Y'all talk
Yeah,
about
because my
that-
stories have been
yeah.
told so many times.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's just like, okay, we need to get some.
Some
You know,
Fresh stories,
Hitman, we were musicians before this.
Yeah.
I was crazy as hell anyway. But, you know, we've had to adapt and be talk show hosts
Yeah.
and everything like that.
This is new for me.
This is totally new for me, too. I never thought that either one of us, when we'd be riding down the road, would be talk show hosts.
Just make it work.
You
Where'd
just
you
make it
grow
work.
up?
What's that?
Where'd you grow up?
In
Oh, he's the proud of
Charlottesville,
Charlottesville,
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Yeah,
Okay.
Proud of.
I lived everywhere. Charlottesville, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, Washington, D.C.,
Okay.
Laurel, Maryland, and then here in Greensboro and High Point.
Okay. We got one of our listeners, Dickie Dennis, he lives in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia,
Okay.
and he was the one that was climbing the fence in 2014 at Richmond and got kicked out of the speedway because he was hanging out on the top of the fence. Yeah, at the racetrack. Yes.
Was
He's
he
a funny
drunk?
guy. Yeah.
No.
There may have been a few beers involved.
He had a couple club tails.
Where were you raised?
Me, Iredell County, Statesville.
Okay.
I'm this old Statesville boy. You know,
All right.
I love that town, and I love the people, and I love growing up. Let's do a team drink to all our friends out there in Statesville
Yeah,
while
man,
we're just
Statesville's
sitting here.
bomb.
Club Tail sponsors. it.
Cecil's great.
We got these good old Club Tail koozies. Here's to you, Statesville, and here's to you. You know,
It's playing itself.
it's playing its damn self.
Hey, it wasn't me.
You know, Liz Bloodworth, if you're out there watching, one of our big fans of the show, she said Club Tails is life. And I like that.
All right.
No, this guitar was given to me by our friend Barry Harris, who passed away a couple months ago. And this is my favorite guitar I got. I don't know what the hell this guitar is, and no one's ever been able to figure out, but it's a one of a
Have you
kind.
taken it places and
Oh,
nuts, yeah, everywhere you
Kidding
go.
me, man.
yeah.
I sent it to Vintage Guitar magazines. They
Really?
didn't even know what it was.
They didn't know
They
what
didn't
it
even know
was.
what it was. They
Just
had no
maybe
idea.
Just a hand custom made. Or
Well,
just
listen,
custom made.
Ham, I'm on.
Yeah, man.
We got a new
Let's do
segment.
this.
Thanks to
Woo.
the.
Oh yeah, bootleg.
Yeah,
Well, you got the hat on
Yeah,
for it, I think.
Yes,
Shit.
that's right.
All right.
I felt it coming.
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
We got a new segment on the show tonight, y'all.
Mhm.
Ever since Club Tails started this Club Tail mess with us, I had no idea that our good friends at Club Tails also produced me and one of, I hate to say this, is one of Buddy Hardwood's favorite drinks too.
Oh yeah.
And Slim, I think I've heard Slim talk about it when we were
Man.
down there before the show. He
I
was
heard
talking
what
about.
he did
"Does anybody
last
got-"
week.
Yeah, he was over there just pour. I mean, really.
He was like,
Yeah.
"Anybody got some bootlegger? Anybody got some bootlegger?"
I don't even know what.
Dude, I got back from the Bahamas. And
We need to
all my
address this.
clothes
Let's
were
take a
on the
break here.
floor
Let's
Mad Dog
address this.
2020.
Crazy.
And everything.
He's crazy.
So what do
Your
you-
clothes. He
He
wore
wanted
your
a job.
clothes on the
What
on
did
the
he wear
show.
last week?
He
He
wore your
wanted a
clothes, dude. He wore your clothes.
Yeah.
He wanted
That's
to
why
take
your
your
clothes
job.
were on the
He thought he
floor.
was here for a job
Dude,
interview.
Ray.
No.
Y'all,
Yeah.
the folks out there, I gotta apologize. Things went crazy on the show last week,
Imagine
Ray.
that.
You were in the Bahamas having a great time, and I don't fault you for that. I would, but you know, we can't have Slim on anymore. He's banned. He is banned from the show. This whole thing that happened last week was a Buddy Hardwood plant. The whole Thor Whittington or this fake script.
I smelled Buddy Hardwood 15 minutes.
Did you
into
smell
it.
it, man?
I
Okay.
smelled it.
All right.
This
Well, we
is
got Hoodoo
odd.
last week. We got
This
Hoodoo.
is odd.
I didn't know
Okay.
Buddy had powers like that to where he could arrange a guest to come on the show and get somebody. I mean, the
I
guy's.
told Slim don't act up.
Well, he
Don't
acted
act
up. He asked for your job. He
Yeah.
was up here talking. He said, well, I said, why are you
Maxon
wearing?
Tracks.
Why, huh?
Well, one of our listeners, Steve Baker, says he used to DJ at Maxon Tracks. Steve Baker,
Well,
up in
okay.
Charlotte.
Does he know
Yeah,
Buddy
yeah,
Hardwood?
yeah,
Maxon
I've
Tracks.
played there before.
Oh, how about that?
Well,
Very cool.
you know, he came here and he said he was dressed differently. He had a suit on and all this stuff. He didn't have a blazer. And I said, man, I said, you don't look. Where's your normal attire? And he goes, oh, he says, I'm auditioning.
Trying to be
I'm
respectful.
here for an interview. And I said, an interview? I said, you're like the co-host.
See how they do?
No, he said, I'm trying to take Ray Ray's job.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to take Ray Ray's spot.
That's
Then
messed
he went
up.
over there and then he
Yeah,
went
put
over there
over
and
that.
threw all your clothes on the floor. And,
Yeah.
I mean, because you guys,
I had
you
to
guys,
take it to
you
the
guys share an
cleaners.
apartment together. I mean, a house together, right?
Yeah, let me
take
stay. You know, I'm trying to look out.
House.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, man.
That's
That's
why
why
he
your
is.
clothes were in the floor.
You gotta watch that guy.
No,
He's
I know,
crazy.
it's
He's
crazy.
crazy.
I got back. No one was in the house. My clothes was on the floor.
He's
Looked
probably
at
out
all
on
my
a bender.
liquor.
Oh, your liquor gone?
Yeah,
Well, your
gone.
green apple was over here. That must have been your green apple that he was up. Did you have some green
Yeah,
apple come up missing?
You know what? I was looking for the apple juice.
Yeah, I know where the apple juice went. He was sitting here just a chugging them, man. I mean, just a
That mother.
yeah,
Never.
yeah.
Flipper.
But no, man, he was on here. We were talking about doing the team drink, and he was talking about so Matt. That means I'm on the team.
Wow.
And I said, what? The team? He said, so I'm
sorry,
on the
y'all.
band.
I apologize.
Hey man, I apologize because Buddy Hardwood
Yeah.
set the whole thing up. You know, we just
Yeah,
all
he
got
did.
hoodoo.
I keep trying to tell Matt to be smarter when it comes to Buddy.
Everybody's always. I think I'm coming around because I have banned him from the show.
Yeah.
And he's banned from the house, dude. I gave him I'm an easy guy. You know,
He
Tony,
tried
I'm
to
easy
sue
like
me
Sunday
when he
morning.
was last out at my house.
I'm easy like
He tried
Sunday.
to sue me because he got pushed in the pool because he either said something. I don't even
He's
know
in the
what
video, right? You did a video on him?
Yeah.
Somebody pulled a clip on him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, we did not know that Club Tales, when they made this partnership with us and sponsored the team drink, had no idea that they make Johnny Bootlegger
Oh,
too.
they make that too.
Yeah.
They make this
The
too.
Mad Dog 2020.
Well, they don't do that. We don't mess. That's low class. That's low class.
Oh, okay.
We're uptown.
Oh,
we
yeah.
uptown. Ain't that right,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
We
I
uptown,
mean,
man. So
I know you're not in Statesville, but
Yeah.
Well, Statesville's uptown too. Statesville's become uptown. Everybody likes Statesville. Everybody comes on down on Statesville, Ham.
Yeah.
As long as I've been living, they've been coming down on us.
No, man, that's
Good Lord. So
Statesville's-
anyway, I got this new segment.
yeah.
Hitman, I told you about it down there in the damn green room. It's the Johnny Bootlegger Challenge, and if y'all out there want to try it, you're crazy enough to do it. Ham, do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You're gonna do it?
So
is
explain
it?
this challenge.
You don't even know what it is.
No, I don't know what it
My
is.
kind of man. He
But
just
I'm
one
all
step.
for it.
He's for. You got
I'm
to
all for
chug
the
this thing.
challenge.
You got to chug
Oh
this
no,
thing.
I can't do that.
You got to chug it in one swig.
In one swig.
In
It's
one
like
swig,
this. Turn it up.
yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Does anybody think they can do it?
I-
You want to try it, Tony P?
No, I
Hit
should've
man?
when I was in my 20s, I would have.
I guess that leaves me. I'm about to set the damn precedent right
take
here.
half.
I'm gonna set the precedent.
All right, hold on.
got my
Anybody
own
got a
can.
bucket?
Y'all ready? Give me a little something, Hitman.
Here.
Give me a little something.
Give him something.
Give me a little drum roll,
Oh,
man.
my
Give me a drum roll. Let's get.
There you go.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Y'all ready out there? You think old Mac can do it? Huh? How many other guys you out there? How many other musicians out there tonight gonna do this damn bootlegger challenge for you? I'm coming your way, honey. Here it comes. Hi, almighty!
Wow.
Wow!
Whoo!
Be honest, did it
Man.
hurt?
It'll set your head on fire and make your kidneys scream. To quote the great Johnny Paycheck. Boys, I feel like dancing after that shit. How about y'all?
Put some on.
Yeah. Let's
You want me to
dance.
put a little Marty on?
Put
Yeah,
some
let's
on.
go.
All right. Well, time don't wait. Time don't wait for no one, y'all. And that's what Marty's doing.
Time. Hey, y'all know the story of this hat? I got this in St. Augustine when I was looking for the Fountain of Youth.
Did
Oh,
you,
did you
did
find
you
the
find
Fountain
it?
of Youth?
I think I found it, yes.
Yeah.
What's the story on it?
The story is that I bought it and I wore it while I was looking for the Fountain of Youth. And I got a picture taken with Ponce de Leon.
Leon?
Yes.
Whoa.
He looks like he's 12.
So I
Mr.
lived in
Leon.
Florida up until probably the 2nd or 3rd grade,
Oh, yeah?
and yes, we used to study Ponce de Leon
I'm going to play it. I'm getting ready to play the
all
goddamn
the time
album.
in grade
I'm playing
school.
it. I'm playing it. I've got
Oh, yeah?
I've got
Yeah,
a
we
job.
would, and there would be field trips. We'd always talk about the Fountain of Youth, you know.
Yeah. I bet Florida was a wild place to grow
So
up.
you just have a whole
You drink
bag
a
of
Johnny
tricks.
Bootlegger?
I
over
do,
there,
man.
don't
You drink
I
a
like my
Johnny?
stuff. I like
Drink a
my
Johnny.
costumes.
Drink one of these damn Johnnies.
It's got different, like I can change the.
All right,
I
here
can
comes
do it.
y'all. Here comes y'all.
That.
Time
I
don't
like
wait
it
no.
really
I
fast.
reached down, touched
I
the
got my
earth,
picks.
held in my
We're
hand.
dancing. We're dancing over the drink.
As the
Oh, I
wind
don't need
flew
to
through my fingers, the wind it seemed to say, "Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today."
I got the jack dance.
I was trying
Don't wait on nobody. Where's the clicker for this damn thing? Where's your clicker?
There you go. How about that?
God.
All right.
Tired?
I think I'm drunk.
Ah!
I bet
Y'all
I
sound
got
out
an
of
instant
breath.
drunk. My God, what the hell? It's Iron Man.
Y'all sound out of breath.
It's time for the banjo,
You
ain't it?
said y'all?
Time don't wait on nobody,
Not
Tony
you,
P.
Red.
No, no.
All right.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Liz Petrie talking about Statesville? She's tuned in.
Hey, Liz, what's going on? I saw you in Food Line this week, shopping for my grandparents.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give this to you before I go crazy.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, no spoons.
Yeah, bud. Spoons.
Sheesh.
We got us a natural spoon player here.
Well, you know,
I'm
Hitman.
telling you, he picked it right up, didn't he, down there?
Well,
Sure
Hitman's
did.
got a new
It's
instrument,
amazing.
y'all. Give us a little something, Hit. Sir. I tell you what, you give that man anything, he'll make some rhythm out of
He's
it.
a natural percussionist.
Oh, he is
Yeah.
the best. He's the best there is in the land. He's the best in North Carolina by far. By far.
Well, I think
Hitman Brooks in the house. Spoon Lady, you better watch your ass. I'm gonna tell you right now, you better watch your ass, Spoon Lady. No, I'm just kidding. I love you. We love you. Had the spoon. We love the Spoon Lady. You had her on your show not too
Yes.
long ago.
Yeah, we had her in the Thumb Pickers convention down at the Statesville Historic Society, right down there in Statesville. So yeah, they came in and played right before all this COVID stuff happened.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they put on a great show.
Oh, I'm sure they damn did.
And then we had her. She comes and plays Balloon Fest every year, and until we had her on like 2 years ago in the studio, and then she got such a huge following, like 500 something thousand on Facebook, and then
Wow.
300 something thousand
That's
on
a lot.
YouTube. Yeah,
The spoons will do that for you.
yeah. She
Playing
was
some damn spoons, Hitman.
She learned. She was. She jumped on a train and ended up in Wichita, Kansas. I think it was.
I jumped on a Greyhound bus and ended up there for 5 miserable years. That's the butthole of America, y'all.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Wichita.
Coming from North Carolina and moving out to a place like Wichita, Kansas,
Can you imagine?
was a culture shock.
Yeah, sure.
And you know, man, the thing I got there is they acted like I was from the South, so I was a dumbass.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got this for. I mean, everywhere I went, I keep thinking, I say, what, y'all like Merle Haggard out here? Yeah. Well, y'all like this and that, all these. Well,
You
eventually,
met Barry out there, right?
oh, that's where I met my man Barry Harris. My dad, surrogate father. My surrogate father was Barry Harris. No offense, my daddy knows the story. My daddy, Bill Walsh, he met Barry Harris, and they got along like peas in a pod. But Barry took me on as his son, and while I was out there, and out. But people acted so weird. The funny thing out there, Joe Walsh from the Eagles.
Okay.
He's from Wichita, Kansas. So me being a get fiddler, every place I played, you know where I'm going with
Yes,
this.
I know where you're going with this.
They would be like, "Hey, so are you related to Joe Walsh?"
Oh,
And
of course.
after the first couple times, I was going,
Roll
"Oh
with
man,
it.
God, this is ridiculous." No, I'm not. And then finally, I said, "Yeah, I'm his nephew."
Yeah, why not,
I'm
man?
his
Yeah,
nephew.
Yeah, and you
Well,
might be,
you
you
know,
might be related.
Because people will believe anything.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of believing anything, David, you saw the thing
Oh yeah.
in the sky.
Oh yeah.
And you were one of the first people that I
Traumatized.
met.
Crazy, isn't it?
Well, David was one of the first people, folks. The hashtag Come Here No More.
Yeah.
David was one of the first people I interviewed that had seen the creature. And you said it was weird. You said it made you cold,
Oh yeah. Well,
and you headed back to Hampstead after
and then
that.
yeah, man.
I
Yeah, there's.
tell it, huh?
I tailed it back
I
to
tell it
Hampstead,
back, man. I noticed my uncle's been. So my uncle's into the paranormal.
Oh, is
and
he?
all that
Okay,
kind
so
of
yeah,
stuff.
I've heard a little bit
G.R.
from him.
Hamm.
Yeah, on Facebook.
George
yeah.
Randy Hamm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen
man.
him. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a strange deal. You look up
Crazy.
there and you see this, and then all of a sudden you get these cold chills.
So
It's
did
like-
the creature? I mean, when the creature you saw it? I mean, when I saw the creature, it was just a big black spherical object in the sky that looked
Yeah.
like it had wings.
Right.
And
right,
and
yeah.
so did
I'll
you?
take-
This was nighttime, I guess, when you saw it. You
Alright.
said
Well, this is what I do. I always carry this around with me.
right,
So if anything bothers me,
right.
I'll just play something. And
So
then
do what you did that night. What did you do that night?
Oh, I did this right.
And
then
I
it
guess
just
I
vanished.
bet when the high
Took
pitch
off.
scared it.
Yeah,
the high pitch
it must
scared
have been it, because I think there's
Well,
different
I think you just hipped our viewers to something that might save their life.
sensory
And I'm thinking
perceptions
right
there.
now, Tony P, Hitman. I'm thinking that everybody needs to go out and buy. What key is that?
That's a D.
And what brand?
That's a D. This one's a Honer marching band. Honer marching band.
Okay, so like
Special
the
20. Here's my Special 20. This one's a C. This one she works.
so what you're basically saying is that the either the C or the D
Yes. here
Honer Special 20 is like the hydroxychloroquine for this monster.
Yeah, that's it. It messes with their sensory perception. It's
I'm
like,
impressed you were able
scale.
to spit out that.
I know, it's like
Tony P!
how many syllables?
I do this for a living, son.
See,
I
This is what I do.
I was thinking it was more like the polyethylene glycol effect.
Well, so what you're telling me is that what I'm gathering from this
Yes.
is that every American on this, because this has only
Yes.
been reported on the East Coast,
Harmonicas.
every Veronicas.
Veronica. Not Veronica.
I thought you had a name. I thought it was called Veronicas. I didn't
Yes.
know. Anyway, every American on the East Coast, it sounds like, should go get a harmonica.
Yeah.
Not just a harmonica, but either a Honer Special 20. Were you playing the
Yes.
C or the D when it ran away?
I was playing the D when it
Okay,
ran
so
away.
get a Honer. This is basically like a public service announcement that you're getting off the Friday Night Gamble because we care that much. We do care.
We don't want anybody to get hurt.
We
don't want anybody
advertise.
to-
We advertise our compassion and all that
And
stuff.
you know that thing's so scary it could give somebody just a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know?
So get you a Honer Special 20. Key of D,
Yeah.
harmonica.
It was when I
Always
went-
have it in your
yeah.
pocket in case you see this thing because apparently
It was when I went up in the
Ham
key. When I went
figured
up,
out how to
when I went
get
up like this,
get-
I went,
Okay, so there is a
you have to-
technique.
you have to-
You need to do a
you know,
YouTube video on the technique.
Yeah.
but it has the same effect on kids, so I'm not sure if it's just that or it's just they run away
That
from
could be
it.
a good thing or bad thing.
I don't know.
I mean,
So talk about your
I'm
YouTube.
kinda
So
going
you
for
talk,
it.
you
Good.
made some films.
Yeah.
Talk about the films.
All right.
What are the films like?
Okay, so when I started out, just posting anything I wanted to post on YouTube, of course, and then I started doing scratch offs.
Yeah.
And then I have Tracy do the scratch offs.
What's-
and then
like a-
I would
like a
post
lottery?
the videos.
Like a
yeah,
lottery.
lottery scratch off tickets. And then I got one that's up to 185,000 and growing views on YouTube.
Okay.
Right. So, and then the next thing I did was going down to my creek and looking for airheads. And so I do that, and then they're doing pretty good.
So you're that's
People
part of the
watch
YouTube.
that.
I gotta check
People
that
like-
out. I
yeah,
gotta check
people
it.
binge watch.
I'm gonna check. I
airhead
have
hunting.
watched your
Yeah.
YouTube channel, but
Yeah.
there is so much content on it.
Yeah, there is a lot of
You
stuff.
do a lot,
Yeah,
folks.
I do.
Check out David Hamm's YouTube channel.
D-Ham I am. And,
This guy. How can you not like Hamm?
I mean, really.
Ham's fantastic.
So-
You're like one of my favorite people.
Oh,
in
thank you,
Statesville.
buddy. You're
I mean,
mine
when
too.
you came in with
Totally
his
one of my
bag
favorite
of
people.
tricks and all those instruments,
He
I was
showed
like,
up with a
this
bag.
guy's
Of,
gonna
I
be
mean,
great.
listen,
guy's
this
gonna be
guy
great.
he knows showbiz.
Yeah.
He's a
Well-
NASCAR engine builder.
Then when he pulled out the hat, that was it.
and he shows up with a
That-
bag
you
of
showed me
tricks.
All
there
right,
with that
I'm working
hat,
on a
man.
video in search of the Fountain of Youth. I'm
Well,
working on
speaking
that
of
one
bag
now.
of tricks, you brought this damn banjo,
And
and let's see what we can do for the people.
and also I've archived music from the past like 3 years in Statesville,
Oh, you have.
and it's all on my YouTube channel.
So everything
Alright.
that's come in,
Yeah, like when I go to a place and I'll do video. Everybody that's come in the studio and played,
everything,
I've done videos.
everything.
Yes.
So that's
okay.
great, man.
Yeah.
You've documented the scene.
Yes. Yeah.
Hot
yes,
damn.
I love it.
We don't know what the hell's going to happen here, y'all, with this. I'm gonna tell
It's out of tune
Ham,
already.
Ham, just relax.
Yeah, buddy.
Just do what you do.
Okay.
We're just gonna see what the hell we can do with this. All right? Play them spoons, Ray.
All right.
One sunny day, she went away. She gone and left me. What could I say? But now she's gone. Now I don't worry. Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. Christmas in overall. But now she's gone, Hamm, I don't worry. But I'm sitting on top of the world. Make it pretty, son. Now she's gone, I don't worry. Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world.
It's out of tune already.
I know.
Gosh.
I tuned it early.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
But this one string
Ray, I think
jumps on the fret right here.
Started.
Oh,
Ray's the spoon man.
Ray the Spoon Man.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, we got another. Hey, look, we got a spoon lady.
Yeah,
We
now
might
got
as well have a
man.
spoon man. And you know, Soundgarden
Yeah.
did a song like that about, what, 20 years ago? They had that song Spoon Man. It was like the dumbest
Oh.
stuff they ever did. I couldn't believe. You ever listen to Soundgarden, Tony P?
Not much,
Did you
not
listen to
much.
Son of Get
A
Sound?
little bit, yes.
You know, they put out the best album they put out was Bad Motorfinger. If you ain't heard it, go check it out.
I have.
We
yeah.
put a little bit of Soundgarden. I think we put a little Soundgarden. Y'all folks, if you ain't heard, we got a Friday Night Gamble playlist on
Yes.
Spotify. Now go check out the Spotify playlist because we put people that the musicians that got releases and stuff out. They're
Sure.
on the playlist.
Okay.
And then we just put, you know, what me and Hitman used to listen to when we were doing gigs. What we just listened to going down the road. You know, everything from
Robert Cray,
Robert Cray to, you know,
Steely Dan.
Black Alicious, and you know, I mean, Joni Mitchell, yeah, all the cats, all the
Yeah.
cats, Muddy Waters, Little Walter. I mean,
Then we did
Curtis
one
Mayfield.
gig we did Miles.
we did Miles,
Yes.
yes, sir. We did
Yes.
listen to Miles' Live Evil album. If you ain't never heard of the Live Evil album, go check that out. You
Live
know,
Evil.
that's where his girlfriend told him stop wearing them Italian suits and listen to Jimi Hendrix for a minute.
You turned me on to that.
Yeah,
Yes.
man, that lady straightened his little ass out. You
That
know,
sounds interesting.
Ham.
Yeah, buddy.
Speaking of interesting,
Yes.
tell me a story from the road. That's how we usually end this whole thing. Is we do a story from the road, which is any kind of crazy experience. And I want you to listen. I know you got a million of them.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna focus on the radio stuff or anything. I want to know a story from the road about NASCAR. The craziest shit that ever
Okay,
happened.
NASCAR. So,
I know you got something.
let's see. Okay, so we had a. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Okay, Kyle Petty was our driver in 1995. We were at Charlotte, and Kyle was kind of like. No, it was 1986. I'm sorry. So he was. He would get a little bit of an attitude at times. Like he would
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, he'd be like, "Shut up! I don't want to hear anything else the rest of the race. Don't
Don't you
nobody
hate
else
those
say a
guys?"
word." Yeah, it was kind of tough because then we didn't know what to do on the car. We didn't know how to make adjustments,
It
whatever.
just makes things awkward.
Yeah, it does
and
make
hard
things
and
awkward, so-
stressful. Yeah.
We were at Charlotte, and he was. So he decided that he was pretty much done racing for the day. So he comes in, and I jack the car up. As soon as I drop the jack, he just burns out of pit road. So whenever I dropped the jack, I would have to jump over the wall to keep the car would start fishtailing, and then that's when he would get mad. So he took off out of pit, and NASCAR said, "You're penalized, so you're going to have to come back in." So he come back in, did a stop and go, did the same thing, and then while he's doing that, he's shooting lug nuts at us, the whole time. And so we ended up they penalized us. He said, "This thing's got a problem." So we went in. He broke a gear or something. Went in and changed the transmission and the thing.
You changed the transmission.
Changed the transmission during the race. Yes.
How long
How long does
did
that take?
you?
Yeah,
It's
really.
probably about 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah. So we're
You changed the transmission. I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
my van to you.
Oh, I know. Well,
Ham's
So,
my new repairman.
yeah. So he would. So he goes back out there. He drives around a little bit, and then he's like, "Oh, the engine's missing on the thing." But that was, yeah. That was his deal.
So these guys that drive, do they know when their car is messing up? Do they know what's wrong with it?
Not always.
Not always, but they
Yeah.
are kind of mechanically inclined, I guess.
A little bit, yeah. They can
Okay.
start telling if they're losing power or whatever. Now, another time we had Joe Nemechek in the Busch Series. He said that he had an ignition. He had a miss in one of the cylinders. So he comes in. I pop the hood. Well, one time I changed the distributor, but that was another story. And then this time it had a push rod. He had broke a rocker arm, and it shot the push rod right through the valve cover. A perfect hole. A perfect hole in the valve cover. Shot it right out. The push rod's laying out on the track somewhere. Yes.
My God.
But you can still drive the car. It's just the lifter was popped out.
Hitman, I'm feeling
Yeah.
really generous tonight. And,
What you feeling?
you know, I'm feeling, you know, our sponsored team drink, Johnny Bootlegger Club Tails, they provide it, you know. Well, you know, they sent me a lot of koozies, and they sent me some T-shirts, too. But I'm thinking about giving away a koozie tonight. What you got?
I'm sorry, I didn't finish the story.
Yeah, tell
Well,
the story.
I got a squirrel ran by or something, right?
Yeah.
So what happened there was our team owner got so mad, Felix Bottas, he said if that was Earnhardt, they wouldn't have penalized him. So we painted the car black.
Because Earnhardt's car is black. I do know that. I do know that.
Because Earnhardt's car is black. Solid black. And went to Rockingham and Phoenix. Rockingham, Phoenix, and then Atlanta was the last race, but we went to Rockingham, Phoenix. We got to Phoenix, we had a black car and had Elvira on the hood. You remember
I loved Elvira. When I was a kid,
Yeah, man.
Elvira consumed me on Friday nights.
She had her.
I loved her. I
She
thought she
had
was the
the-
most
yeah.
beautiful thing besides Linda Carter on Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah. She
Yes,
had
sir.
the big cleavage on the hood of the
Yeah,
car.
I like.
And NASCAR said, no, you're not going to run that on the track.
Oh, NASCAR.
So
I don't like that.
So it was
Sheesh.
being Halloween time.
Yeah.
Kyle had his daughter Morgan draw out a big pumpkin. So they had it printed out and they put that on the car instead of Elvira. Yes.
Shit.
So how goes that?
Well, Hitman, I think I'm going to give away one of these Johnny Bootlegger koozies.
Montgomery. Did I say
That's how
Morgan?
many damn picks in that jar.
Well,
Montgomery is
hit
older.
it off. Just tell them what it's all about.
Well,
Just hit it off. Just
What's up, Neil Johnson?
Let them know what
Swimming
we got.
pool and
Let 'em know
spa.
what we got.
Neil Johnson's team.
Y'all up for a little challenge?
We're up.
y'all can guess how many damn picks in this
man,
jar.
picks in there.
You gonna guess?
What do you think, Hamm?
I'd say 50.
Everybody stays around the 50, 40, 40 mark. 40, 50. They love it.
50.
Well, it's changed up, y'all, this week. It ain't no damn 40 or 50. I'm going to tell you right now.
68? Okay, 68.
I put some new ones in there this
I'm
week.
gonna
Pretty
guess.
Tony.
I'm gonna guess.
You have been hanging out with Hitman, so that's what he calls
gonna
it.
That's what he told me.
That's what he calls it.
No, not Pretty Tony.
Wait a minute.
it looks
Hold
like
on.
it's more
Did
than
he put them in there?
I put them in there.
Oh, you did?
I put them
Okay,
in
okay.
there.
Yeah.
Every week.
No, only Matt. Yeah, none of us know.
I got a big old bag of picks, y'all. From over the years, I've kept about every guitar pick I ever
Them
had.
damn picks.
And it's a bag about this high. And I just reach in there every week and just grab a slew full of those things and throw them in there and then just pour it back out and count them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so you don't even know how many's in there yet?
No, I count them.
Oh,
I
okay.
count them after I throw them in there. That's
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying. Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway,
It looks like
All
it's
right.
probably about, man,
69.
I'd say 55.
You already said 50.
I did. I
Can't
did.
change your numbers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
what
you're
I
already,
win?
you're already in, Ham.
What I
I'm
win?
lowballing it.
You're all
I'm
in.
gonna say 37.
37? Okay.
You know, old Showbud will probably be coming up here in just a minute, but I tell you what, next week on the Friday Night Gamble, we got a good guest coming up. Y'all listen, y'all don't even.
What do you
I
mean?
mean, yeah,
What do you mean?
Dave,
Oh,
yeah,
you know what I mean,
he didn't
Ham.
mean it like that, Dave.
I
Don't mean. You're a great guest.
Come
Okay.
on.
Oh, there you go.
You're a fantastic
Come on,
guest.
Dave. He didn't mean it like that.
So anyway, next week, listen, I'm gonna tell you what. Look,
Yeah, buddy.
good out the window.
I mean, not buddy.
Good out
I
the
mean,
no,
it's
no,
not you
no,
like that.
no,
My bad.
please don't. But you know, I don't know if y'all know this, but me and Hitman were discussing it today. The amount of the musicians that are coming on in the next couple months
Yeah.
on the Friday Night Gamble, I mean, we got some huge people
Heavy
coming on,
hitters.
heavy hitters. Y'all stay tuned. But next week we got JJ Hips coming on the Friday Night Gamble. JJ, if you're out there, I can't wait to
JJ
you come
Hips,
over here and
yeah.
play some blues music. And hey, there he
There
is.
he
There's
is.
our
Well,
bud.
you had,
There's the bud.
And you had a 49 Winchester, right? Who was it you had in here? No, who did you have in here 2 weeks ago? I guess it was. Shoot.
The Whiskey Foxtrot.
Whiskey Foxtrot.
Weren't
yes.
they great?
And we had them in. Yeah,
Whiskey
we had them in the
Foxtrot.
studio.
Sam, Seth, if you're out there watching,
Yeah,
fan,
what's up, fellas?
that was one of our best episodes.
Yeah,
It
they
was
were
up
in the
there
studio with
one of
us too.
Oh,
so-
were they?
Yeah.
Those guys are
Last
fantastic.
year.
Good songs, man. Good
Yeah,
songs.
they are good.
So, but JJ, I'm gonna tell you what. If you come up here next week, when you come up here, I'm challenging you to the Johnny Bootlegger Challenge, and Showbud is too. Folks, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everybody, tell your co-workers, tell the people you don't like.
Yeah.
Make them tune in
At least,
too.
yeah.
At least, right? The Friday Night Gamble. Don't be fooled by imitators. And what, Hitman?
The originators.
Fear those originators. We will catch you next weekend. Have a safe and happy weekend. We
Yes.
love you.
Good day, mate.
Drink some Club Tails.